What's up? I'm here today. It's my second video? Yeah, second video. My first one is just like an intro video. But this video I had a request to talk about homosexuality and what I think about it. First of all, at the bottom of the link, wherever it is, I think it's up there, down there, one of the two. I'm gonna post some Bible verses and some words to help you guys understand where I'm coming from. Now, I'm not trying to attack anyone or say anyone is wrong, but this is my belief, and I feel really strongly about it. So if I feel it, I hope you guys don't think I'm attacking you. I don't mean to, but this is just how I feel. So, the first verse is Romans 1:26 through 27. The second one I'm going to talk about is 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 11. Third one is 1 Timothy 1, 8 through 11. And I'm also going to talk about 1 Timothy 6, 1 through 2. Alright, so first of all, I know it says in Romans 1, 26 through 27. I'll let you guys read it for yourselves. And I know it, in part of it, it says, in the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with lust for one another. Men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Now, looking at this in context, these people were turning away from God and turning to their own lust and their own, their own desires. And I believe that someone who's homosexual is born that way. They don't choose to. I've had many friends who, and I know many people who are homosexual, and they've said that they were born that way. Like, they never had feelings for someone of the opposite sex. It was always for the same sex. Now, I understand that there are some people out there who decide that they follow their lustful desires and go after people of the same sex, which I can relate to. I mean, I haven't gone after someone of the same sex, but just like any heterosexual person, they can have urges also. Now, another verse, the second verse is 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 11, and this one is one that is used a lot in the argument about homosexuality. Where it says homosexuals, the original translation, which was in Greek, it used a word that called, I have it at the bottom of the screen, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm going to try my best, arsenokoitai. And the first part, arsen, I'm going to have all this at the bottom, so if you want to read. Arsen means man, and kotai means beds. So we don't exactly know what this word means. And there's another Greek word that means sexual relations between two men, which is, I also have this at the bottom, it's pederasty. I'm not very good at Greek, as you can tell. But they didn't use the second word, the pederasty, in the Bible for this part of the New Testament. They used the first word, arsenokoitai, or however you say it, I don't know. But we don't know exactly what it means. There's been a lot of debate on what it means. But since the translation is not the one that means sexual relations between two men, I don't believe it to be talking about healthy homosexual relationships, meaning two homosexuals that are focused on God, married, and have sexual relations, just like a heterosexual couple is. So, and another thing is, I don't think God would create them to have urges for the same sex if they, what's the word? I'm not a very good public speaker sometimes, but I don't think he would create them and then tell them that their natural desire is sin. Does that make sense? Alright. Well, and a lot of you guys, and I've heard a lot of people say that, well, it says it in the Bible and that the translation is clear. Well, a big thing that I've discovered is, for a long time, people said slavery was supported in the Bible, and it obviously isn't anymore. At least most people don't believe slavery is right or even what's the word, moral to have a slave. Excuse me. This is where 1 Timothy 6:1-2 comes in. Now, if you look at a couple different translations, the beginning says Christians, people, something to that effect, who are slaves, and they have different words. Now, the slaves, they had a different word for slave, and the Greek word also means servant. And servant is different from slave, and the servants were, I believe, First Timothy was talking about the slaves, and throughout the Bible was talking about the servants, not the slaves. The servants that committed a crime or committed a wrong against someone else, and they served them to pay off their debt. So this is kind of what I'm going off of, and and I'm not trying to personally attack anyone or say that they're wrong, but this is just what I feel. So if you guys have any more questions, you can message me. I'll answer privately unless you want me to answer publicly. It's totally up to you. I'm not trying to call anyone out or embarrass anybody. I'm just posting my views. So, yeah. Alright guys, have a great day.